Aloha, 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 dear soul, beautiful you. Welcome in Monday Me, the day in which you get new inspirations for everything that's going on inside. Anything. So today I would like to talk with you about the inner children. What I have learned on my journey is that at the moment that I started really focusing and working with my inner children, my sweet chaos creators, I really started taking a new perspective. I really started taking care of all this chaos that was going on in me. I don't know if you relate, but do you sometimes have these situations in which your head says like, okay, so you can do X or you can do Z. But I prefer X. And then you are like, okay, well then let me do X. So you go and do X, and then at some point your head, and it's not working out the way that you want, and then at some point your head says like, but I told you to do Z, why did you do X? Z is much better way. Do you have these conversations? I hope you do, because I had a lot of these conversations. My head was always turning around all the situations so that it would come out as the best. And in the meantime, it was taking me down. It was taking me down massively. There was nothing I could do for my head that was good enough. So I always thought, I am not good enough. I had no clue that there was a difference between my head and myself. That I had a choice, that there was a possibility to choose to follow my head or to follow my heart. Or that there was even a possibility to quiet down all these thousands of thoughts that it was bringing up all the time. At this moment, whenever I have a song on repeat, and in general they are not the nicest song, when I have a song on repeat, I always ask my children, my inner children, when my head is like really clinging to something in my thought processes, I go to my inner children. For me, it's very normal by now. And I hope you will get a moment in which it becomes normal to you too. Because what I have experienced, it's your gateway. Me really focusing on my job, on my work as a coach, on putting myself out here, on doing these YouTube videos, on doing lives on my profile in Facebook. All these things were not an option when my children, my inner children, were screaming all the time for attention. Now, I have 3 inner children, but I really hope for you you only have 1, because that makes life a lot easier. But if you have more than 1, like find out, go inside and find out which one is making the turbulence, the chaos inside of you. See if you can locate them somewhere. And from there, go into conversation with them. Because they are the ones that are having all these survival systems playing out. They are the ones, your inner children is the one, your inner children are the one, or your inner child is the one that has all these memories. Because your inner child has the age in which you accumulated those memories. So with you finding your way, no matter if it is you finding your way to cope well in your job, or in your own business, or in your relation with someone else or in your relationship with yourself, all of that will improve at the moment that you are focusing on what is really going on. And your inner child is your way to go there. Your inner child is the one that is holding your keys. Your inner child is the one that has all these memories and that doesn't really know how to cope with them. Because when you had, like, I don't know, like a really bad memory happening when you were 2-year-old, your 2-year-old's inner child still is carrying that memory and is still creating the chaos necessary for her or him, that 2-year-old child inside of you, necessary for him or her to defend himself or herself. Because that's all that they are doing. They are trying to distract your thought processes and have you think about 1,000 other things, or have all this chaos in your head, or all those, like, I don't know how it works for you, but me, I can have, like, at one point I say, like, I should remember to do X, and then not even a second later I already forgot. I'm in the process of doing that, and I'm like, oh my God, I have no clue what I'm doing here. Like when you go from the living room into the kitchen, and then you're like, what was I going to do here in the kitchen? What was my plan? That is your inner chaos creator, your inner child. So for me, what I have discovered, and especially at the moment that I started doing Ho'oponopono, because with the Ho'oponopono you really connect with the child. You're not trying to heal the child, you're connecting with the child. And in the connection with the child, you are giving it attention. And that is all that it needs. It's like a little child that is born through you. Or if you are a father, that is born through your wife or your ex-wife or your girlfriend or whomever it was. Your inner child is not different from any real child that you have seen in a certain age. So your road to healing is through that inner child. I can talk hours with my inner children and about my inner children. I'm not sure if that is of any benefit for you, but in these sessions of Monday Me, I will talk much about my inner children. So this is only like an introduction to make you aware and to make you find a way out. Because don't you want to feel more on top of your game? Like this past weekend, there were 3 days of ClickFunnels 2cc Club live, and like it was amazing. It was totally amazing. And at the moment that I wanted to step into producing one of those items that I was learning about, I had my inner children bringing chaos. But because I have a good relationship with my inner children, I am very fast aware of the fact that there is something happening inside, that they are like overwhelmed, that they are in fear, that they are angry, whatever is there happening. I'm quite fast aware of what is happening. And 2, I immediately bring my attention to it. Because in the years that I didn't, I was always avoiding the subject. I was always trying to neglect. I was negotiating with my inner children, like, okay, if you are calm now, I will give you attention later, but then I never did. So I was not building a trustworthy relationship with them. And now, in these 3 days of ClickFunnels 2cc live, I I really sat with my children and said, look, okay, my darlings, what is happening? Which one of you needs attention? And from there, I eased them down. I really listened to them. I didn't ease them down so I could then take the next step. I eased them down because I really wanted to. I eased them down because they are important to me. I eased them down because I love them. Not because I wanted to reach a certain goal. You know, there's a difference. So you starting to make a connection with your inner child will make a big difference. I'm 100% sure of that. Really, it will. If you want to receive a very beautiful Ho'oponopono exercise to start working with your inner child, then reach out in the email. My email will be there in the in the outro. Do you call it like that? So my email address is there in the outro, and go ahead and reach out, because there's no reason for you to continue being in chaos. And whenever you want to take a step in your business, in your career, in your relationship, and your inner children are like, oh my God, I don't know if that is going to work, then you first need to take care of that inner world. Your path of success lies within. It starts within. So I really hope that I have opened your eyes to acknowledge and become aware of what it is that is keeping you stuck at the level where you are, so that from there at some point you can take your steps forward. And does that mean 1 week of inner child relationship building and then leaving it alone? No. I have bad news for you. I'm a long-term person. Self-healing is never a quick fix. But didn't you try already a lot of quick fixes? Did they work in the end? Did they work long-term? Did you continue using them? No, you did not, because then you would not be watching me. Then you would not be eager to find out what I have to talk, what I have to share with you. So go ahead, reach out. There's nothing bad about reaching out to people. Like in the ClickFunnels, like Russell Brunson said, but also I heard Dean Graziosi say that it's not the how, it is the who. Find the who, the person that can guide you to your next step. And if that means there is some inner work to do, then reach out. If that means you feel that you are comfortable with me, then reach out. There's nothing bad about that, really. I'm sending you much, much, much love. And much, much, much healing. And much, much, much aloha. So that you can find the strength within to go and take care of the within. I know you can do it. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ciao, ciao. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, beautiful soul. If there's anything I want you to take from these videos, then it is the permission for you to shine your light. It's the most important thing. So go ahead, shine your light. I love you. Bye-bye.